Folks, my guests this time are the NAWA Heavyweight Champion King Craig Classic and JP Lehman McMahon Money and Power.
And the former NAW Tag Team Champions and soon to be NAW Tag Team Champions Money and Power. Get it right, CJ.
Guys, in the past, all three of you gentlemen have had trouble, you guys with Jonny, Ryda, and Tom's Extreme, and you, sir, with former champion Adam James. The committee, the championship committee tonight on this show, in that very ring, has sanctioned a match, a six-man tag match, with you three against Adam James, Jonny Ryda, and Tom's Extreme.
Let me just tell you all something. Jonny Ryder, I beat him. Dominick's Extreme, I beat him too. James, you came in, you attacked me from behind. Okay, yeah, that was all cute. But that ain't gonna happen, because now you see what I got here. I got money and I got power. And we're gonna dominate that six-man tag.
Hey, you know what they say? You know what a wise man once said? He said, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Well, that's stupid. You know what I say? The only thing that goes better with a little bit of gold is a little bit of green.
Let me tell you something, CJ. The only thing that Thomas Extreme needs to be worried about beating is his battle with anemia. He is the smallest man I've ever seen in that ring, and I'm going to show him I am the power of money and power.
There you have it, folks. Today's main event right here on NAWA Championship Wrestling.
Ladies and gentlemen, you just heard from one half of this week's main event, the King, Money and Power. They're going to be taking on Adam James, Jonny Ryder, and Tom's Extreme. Tony, what a main event we got planned for everybody this week.
Oh, that's going to be a tremendous six-man main event. I cannot wait to witness that.
Well, let's take it back down to CJ. He's going to be talking with Golden Gladiator #2.
Gladiator, the Legend Killer Tour is still going strong, is that correct?
Oh, yes, sir, yes, sir. I can name them all I beat. Jay Eagle, Jimmy Valiant, Ricky Morton, Deon Johnson, y'all all seen that. CJ, I think we're about running out of legends. I don't know if there's any more legends around these parts. Do you?
Well, Gladiator, there might be a gentleman backstage who may want to take you up on that.
I highly doubt it, CJ, but if there is a legend back there, he can come on out.
Wow. Folks, it's Freight Train. We're joined by Freight Train. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you, glad to be on the show.
It's good to have you with us. Do you think you've got what it takes to take on the Gladiator?
Yeah.
Well, Gladiator, what do you think?
Well, I don't know if I'm ready today or not. If you want to do it today, we can. I don't think I'm ready to do it right now.
You said any legend.
Well, hey, if he wants to do it right now, I guess I can. Yeah.
Okay.
It's up to him.
You want to do it now, Freight Train?
Sure.
All right, let's get it on in the ring, folks.
CJ Rooster is going to be kicked about this down in South Carolina. I can already tell you. Well, I'm going in there then.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start off this week with the Legend Killer Tour of Golden Gladiator #2. And he's taking on the legendary Freight Train Tony, $5 wrestling legend around these parts. What do you think about this matchup here?
Well, right there already, Freight Train went to shake the Gladiator's hand, and he's about to break it.
Well, he just raked the eyes of the former two-time $5 wrestling heavyweight champion. Some people might not think Freight Train is legendary, but I'll tell you what, Tony, there's more people in professional wrestling that know who he is than they know who Golden Gladiator #2 is. I'll tell you that much.
I'm telling you, the man's a powerhouse. I mean, look at there. Gladiator's getting him everything he's got, and he's just absorbing it. Oh, look at there. Reached up and poked him right back in the eye.
A vicious rake to the eye. And Golden Gladiator #2 going right back to work. Oh, he just pushed him over with ease. Freight Train not even using all the power of the Freight Train here. And GG2 having some trouble here.
Unbelievable. This Freight Train it's like the Gladiator's punch is not even phasing the big guy. And a big clothesline.
And that's the power of the Freight Train, as he says. And Golden Gladiator #2, you know, they lost that tag team match last week. He didn't look in too good a shape here this week either.
1, 2. Oh, my goodness. The freight train has defeated Golden Gladiator number 2.
And my God, the $5 wrestling legend, this legend killing tour of Golden Gladiator number 2 has not been very successful, but ladies and gentlemen, we're going to toss it now. CJ standing by with Chris Thunder Anderson, your NAWA TV champion.
Thunder, fans will know where you've been and why you've not been defending the title.
I've defended this title everywhere I go. What are you talking about? I'm not afraid to defend this title. I'll defend it anytime, anywhere, along with the $10,000, because as I've said before, there's no man that can beat me, alive or living, for this title or for the $10,000 that I carry in my pocket. And I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, if you're man enough to even try to take either one, I promise you will carry a beating of your lifetime.
There you have it with the champ.
All right, fans, we're back on NAWA Championship Wrestling as we have High Performance versus Amp Dominick. Michael, check this out.
Well, last time we saw Amp Dominick, he made short work of an intern, and now he's got High Performance who, let's just face it, this kid doesn't stand a chance against a god, Tony.
I'm telling you, a wrestling god in Amp Dominick, and High Performance has definitely got his work cut out this week.
He gave the intern a ride to the Milky Way in less than a minute. Last time we saw him, High Performance is going to have to fight for his life if he wants to defeat the former NAWA heavyweight champion, Amp Dominick, here this week. And looks like Amp's toying with this kid.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, he's got him by the throat. Oh, and he just gave him some space magic with that choke slam. That's what he calls it, Tony.
Space magic, and it looks like it's put away another one.
And Amp Dominick on a continuing his win streak here, violently, quickly putting people away.
A very quick win.
Always, baby. Only when in the human species of women, I take a little longer with them. But all is all! Humans are humans, and I just heard them, baby love. Ah!
There you have it with Amp Dominick.
Introducing Superjaw's Indie Supercard, the first pro wrestling trading card game with real wrestlers using their real moves, but not real weapons, because they're cards. Play with over 50 wrestlers such as George South, C.W. Anderson, the Jim Nasty Boys, the Dawson Brothers, Colby Carino, and many, many more. Go to becometheace.com/store to order the Ace Series 1 set, shipping in June 2020.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're back from commercial, and we've got a NAWA Tag Team Championship match in the ring. Newly crowned Tag Team Champions, the Gentlemen of Distinction, Logan Quindale and Dre White. Tony, a lot of people say they won these titles under some unique circumstances, and hey, they just answered the call and took care of business.
Exactly. That's exactly what they did. When Ryda and Extreme wasn't there at bell time, these guys stepped up to the promoter and said, hey, we want a shot, and they made it their best shot as they walked away with the championship belts.
And the Interns looking to get a win here and win the tag team titles, but they just got rolled up for a 2 count. Double, whoa, look for a double team maneuver there. They hit him here with a stunner.
Oh, double stunner.
And the G.O.D. in charge.
1, 2, and 3, this is over.
And the tag team champions proving why they were successful against Money and Power, putting the Interns out of their misery right away. And still, your NAWA Tag Team Champions, the Gentlemen of Distinction. We're going to see if C.J. Bentley can catch a word with these gentlemen right now.
Fans, it's good to have the Gentlemen of Distinction with us. Congratulations on a very quick win.
Thank you, CJ. I don't know why these guys want to jump us from behind. We was in there for a real gentleman's match. These guys don't understand class and distinction. We don't jump people from behind. We wait for the bell to ring, and then we meet in the middle. What's wrong with these guys?
Logan.
Just no respect.
Now,
I know last time we said that we defend these titles against any team, anywhere, and we meant that. Jonny and Thomas, they want to try to say that we're scared that we stole these titles from them. No, we earned these titles because they weren't here when they were supposed to be. But if they have a problem with that, we're not hard to find.
Not
we
at
will
all.
gladly defend these titles against them anytime, anywhere.
There you have it from the new tag champion, G.O.D, the gentleman of the century.
Thanks, CJ.
Would you like to raise money for your school, club, or civic organization and see the excitement of NAWA Championship Wrestling live in your hometown? Then this message is for you. High school and college athletic departments, sports teams, police and fire departments, or any group wishing to raise money can bring in the stars of NAWA Championship Wrestling for a night of action. Raise money for your event and receive a portion of the proceeds. Contact us today.
He's usually joined by his partners, but we want to bring out little Donnie. Donnie, you've asked for this interview time by yourself, so what's on your mind?
I've been held back so much from the Burke County boys. It's time for Canadian. I've been the most sexiest man alive for 3 years, and you can look at me now. I'm the best looking man in the world.
What? We've been holding you back? What? I don't know what this new get up is.
It's Canadian.
Yeah.
Listen. Let's get ready to slap him.
I don't know what in the crap. What's your problem? I don't know what's going on with you. What's your problem? But you need to get your head right. And I don't think your head's right. I know where your head's at right now. It's not on top of your head.
Whoa, Tony, what in the world is going on here?
All hell's breaking out at the interview stand as the Amish guys have came out here and they're beating the crap out of the Burke County boys.
Viva Las Amish is not done with the Burke County boys even after taking their six-man tag team titles. I think the threat of James Brody threatening to fry that chicken they bring to the ring has made them mad.
I believe so. They're mad because, you know, they're not only did they defeat the Burke County boys for the titles, now they're wanting to just take them out.
Oh, God, he's got that butter churn again. He's just hitting James Brody with the end of that wooden stick.
And look at the demonic look on his face.
Hey, these Hezekiah, these Amish people don't believe in the devil, do they?
Oh, I don't think so. But I'll tell you one thing. They are beating the devil out of the Burke County boys.
Look at poor Digger Brown there.
Digger Brown's like choking on his cigar.
And that butter churn has done the damage. It's Viva Las Amish, the six-man champions. They're not done. They're going after Little Donnie, and Danny Vegas is out there still fighting over here in the arena.
They're over there by the door. Look out. Oh, Danny just got a – oh, my goodness.
Hey, he's the sexiest man alive. He just punched the prettiest man in the world in the face with that stick.
He got hit right in the eye with that. And look, his hat's still on. He didn't lose his hat.
And Viva Las Amish, they're still going at it. Big Donnie now the victim of that butter churn. My God, I don't even know what to say, Tony. I'm at a loss for words.
The fans all in the way. She's looking over her heroes, the Burke County boys, who are getting their tails handed to them.
Big Donnie's still fighting off Jebediah here, and James Brody looks to be back on his feet, but this is chaos. This is pandemonium, ladies and gentlemen. This is not expected. You don't know what's going to happen when NAWA Championship Wrestling is on the airwaves. And now Digger
Brown has got the butter churn. He's going to try to
He's smart.
get these guys off.
He better be smart and stay out of the way.
I'm telling you, that poor guy be in the hospital if he's. And look at this.
We got to get some control out here. This is just turning into chaos.
You know, I can't believe that the other wrestlers in the back are coming here trying to break this up, but I think they're probably just like me and you are, scared to get in the middle of this
They're baffled.
rivalry.
I'm baffled. This is not what I was expecting. We went from hearing little Donnie talking about how pretty Canadian he is. He's not even from Canada. This craziness, ladies and gentlemen. What in the world is going to happen here as everything's filing off into the back? We'll be right back here with your main event here in just a moment.
We got to get this mess cleaned up.
Boogie, are you? Can I ask you a question? Is wrestling fixed?
Never broken. Never.
Yes, okay, thank you, sir.
Joking.
Yes, sir. Sorry. Thank you, sir.
Hey, you. Are you a professional wrestling fan? Check out the High Spots Wrestling Network. Hours and hours of the best pro wrestling on the planet. Streaming on your phone, tablet, PC, and available on Roku. Thousands of videos, all the top indie promotions. So what are you waiting for, champ? Head over to www.highspotswrestlingnetwork.com and check it out today. Hashtag HSWN. It's the best $9.99 in the biz.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for this huge main event here on NAWA Championship Wrestling. We've got the heavyweight champion, King Craig Classic, teaming with the former tag team champions, Money and Power, and they're going up against a pretty good combination on the other side, and Ryda Extreme and Adam James. Look at this. This guy's taking it too far now.
Man, he's over with that Goodwill jacket trying to have him take it off of him.
And C.J. Bentley, being the star maker that he is, the nice man that he is, took it off for him, but I don't be calling that a Goodwill jacket. You know better, Tony.
Well, I mean, when he wears it, he has goodwill intentions, right? That's why I call it a Goodwill jacket. I'm not saying he bought it at Goodwill. I mean,
we all know
he may have. Who knows?
We all know that jacket's more than you got in your 401k. Do you have a 401k, Tony?
No.
If you don't, maybe we should get you some financial investment advice from J.P. Lehman here after the show.
Legal tag.
And now we got Mike in there getting ready to tie up with the powerhouse Adam James.
Wait a minute, the powerhouse? We're talking about the power and Money and Power. This man puts the power in here, and
now he tags out. Got Thomas Extreme in there.
He said Thomas needs to win his battle with anemia, because he's the smallest wrestler he's ever seen, is what Mike Mon said about Thomas Extreme.
He's now wrenching on that arm. Oh, right to the eyes, and tags in King Craig Classic. And now here comes the big man, Adam James, and Craig is out of there.
The King smartly getting out of the ring. He doesn't want any more of Adam James. These two have had some classic battles here over the last few months for that heavyweight championship. And back in comes Mike Mon as the King gets away from tangling toe-to-toe with Adam James there, Tony.
And now the two big powerhouses lock up. Adam James comes out with the top wrist lock into the arm. There we go. He tags into Jonny Ryda, another powerhouse.
You know, Jonny Ryda and Thomas Extreme have got some beef with Money and Power over that tag team title situation. They were supposed to get that rematch, but for some reason, yet unknown still, they didn't make it to the building on time, and the G.O.D. have the tag team titles now.
I'm telling you, G.O.D. walked away with the championship belts, and Ryda and Extreme, they walk away with nothing.
Empty-handed, but you can see they're taking their frustrations out on the former tag team champions here this week in this huge 6-man tag team match in your main event this week on the program.
Oh, Adam James with a headbutt, even racked himself on that one.
Got a hard head, does Mike Mon. I think that headbutt, that's not a smart move unless you're a Samoan, right, Tony?
Yeah, exactly. I would never try to hit anybody with my head.
And in comes the smartest man in all of Wall Street, all of Burke County right now, J.P. Lehman.
J.P. Lehman coming in, cinching in a headlock on big Adam James. I'm sure Adam's going to throw him off here pretty quickly. And there it is.
Look at that. Wow, I was not expecting that result.
I was not expecting that.
Maybe this fat cat of Wall Street is a little bit more powerful than he looks. Whoa, what impressive arm
Deep
drag.
arm drag. Shades of Ricky Steamboat there.
And Adam James taking it to the money man here, J.P. Lehman, dragging him up to his feet, and in comes the man from the backwoods, Jonny Ryda. They double shoot him off there.
Double clothesline.
Going for the cover, and look here, referee. Maybe he paid the referee off. Referee wasn't even paying attention there.
Referee was scratching his nose or something, not looking at the action in the ring. And I think if the referee had got down sooner, Ryda probably would have pinned JP right there.
Yeah, our main event could have ended early here on the show.
Oh,
but
did you see that headbutt right across the bridge of the nose?
Goodness gracious. Jonny Ryda steamrolling JP Lehman here, trying to get that win. Referee paying attention this time, but
JP Looney now kicking out. Wait a minute, did I say Looney? I meant Lehman. I'm sorry.
hey, you better apologize to JP Lehman. He might sue you and take you for everything you got, Tony. He might own the Binge Buster podcast after this episode.
I'm telling you.
I think I'm gonna have to show him this here footage.
Oh, please don't do that. I can make sure I get you on the next episode. And another deep arm drag.
And then comes the king of all wrestling, the king of NAWA, King Classic, Tony, the heavyweight champion here. And the storied rivalry that him and Thomas Extreme had just a few months ago, the 3 huge matches that they had, and the King came out on top of that, ending Thomas's reign. But here comes Mike Maughan in, and whoa, look at what the world just happened there.
That was like a tremendous left-handed clothesline.
Mike Maughan doesn't seem to know his own strength here. He takes that power moniker very seriously.
Oh, both men collide. Thomas Extreme staying on his feet.
Gets him with that hip toss there. Didn't get all of it, but it was enough.
That was a modified hip toss right there. And now he's going to tag out and bring back in J.P. Lehman.
You got to wonder which one of these teams will be next in line to get a tag team title shot. Ryda and Extreme were promised one, but they didn't make it on time. Should they even get a rematch there, Tony? Or should the champions be able to cash in that rematch clause right away? Got a lot of interesting things going on in the tag team division here.
I'm telling you, and right there as Mike Maughan sneaks in and gets a quick kick on the Thomas Extreme, and now JP over there doing his job of getting the ref's attention, getting the other guys angered while his team was over there.
And look at the King
just choking out Thomas Extreme.
Those little cheap shots, and Adam James says he didn't touch him. J.P. Lehman just flopping like a basketball player in the lane. Just distracting the ref long enough for the damage to be done, and Thomas Extreme is in some serious trouble in this 6-man tag team main event.
Big hard body slam.
What's the King gonna deliver here? Big elbow drop. Goes for the cover. And again, referee being distracted by the other 2 men on Thomas's team. Them coming into the ring, Tony's got not helping Thomas any. They're just hurting him, to be honest with you.
No, they have definitely got to let the tempers simmer down, and because all they're doing is hurting their teammate. Every time they do that, they lose their temper, they lose control of this match.
And Mike Maughan grounding Thomas Extreme, and if you know anything about Thomas Extreme, he prides himself on his speed and his cardio. So what Mike Maughan is doing is taking away Thomas Extreme's strengths here, which is extremely smart here in this match as they focus on trying to beat down one individual and get the win here, Tony.
I'm telling you, and now Thomas is trying to fight back. He gets a little arm drag himself, and he's trying to, and he makes the tag to Adam James. James is coming in. Oh, big hard clothesline.
Just taking Mike Maughan to school here as he shoots him off. Delivers that picture perfect power slam. And the King breaking up the 3 count there.
I think if the King hadn't came in, this would have been over.
Adam James is a powerhouse, as you were saying, but Mike Maughan able to trip him up there. This referee is easily distracted this week. Oh, what a headbutt. Right to the, what would you say, Tony?
Right in the solar plexus.
I don't know. It might have been a little bit lower than the solar plexus. What do you think?
Oh, I think he definitely got a sneaky low blow in there because Adam James is in a bad way.
And in comes J.P. Lehman now. And kicked him right in the midsection. And the former two-time NAWA champion is down and on the wrong side of town as he's surrounded by 3 hyenas here, and they're just taking him apart here.
And look at Craig Classics throwing in them stiff kicks.
And in and out, the King does not want anything to do with Adam James as he's trying to go after the King here. Mike Long got him in some modified sleeper hold here. Almost a Taz mission or something.
He's got that arm barred out. Now he turns it into a sleeper hold.
He's got it applied correctly. Adam James could be in some serious trouble here if he can't work his way to his feet or to the ropes. Mike Maughan really being the workhorse of this 6-man tag.
Adam James trying to get these people on it. And a big belly-to-back suplex.
Both men go down. Who's going to make the tag first? And Adam James hops up, springing a step, but taken right back down.
And that's got to disappoint you. You take every ounce of energy you got to get up to get knocked right back down.
And yeah, Adam James had a little spring in his step. It didn't last very long, Tony. Oh, dear God.
What was that?
A jawbreaker. Mike Maughan.
He might have to call the dentist after this one. He's looking up, trying to figure out which one he's going to tag in. He tags in his partner there, J.P. Lehman. Lehman barely gets there in time to keep Adam James. What was it?
He's got money in his sock and he's just stuffing it in the mouth.
What in the world?
Of Adam James. You see, Tony, he's got all the money in the world. He's going to buy your podcast. He's going to buy you out.
All that dirty money covered in canard.
Dirty money?
Coronavirus.
What are you talking about, dirty money? He's the cleanest man in all of Wall Street.
Oh, he got slapped in the face by his troubles.
And working together extremely well is Money and Power and the King. They have isolated each member of this, their opponents. But Adam James is getting his hands on the heavyweight champion. He's been trying to get him on him the whole match.
Oh,
and now he's just choking him. Now he's trying to bait Money and Power into the ring.
It looked like Adam James had a dollar bill stuck on his tooth.
Another picture-perfect power slam. And the King is in trouble as Johnny Ryda comes in. Again, all 3 of these men have had matches with the King.
Look at this double suplex going on.
Great teamwork here.
But again, the referee is still out of the position.
I believe he's been paid off, Tony. I believe he's been paid off here.
Man, I'll tell you what.
He may have took some dirty money, as you say, out of that sock and slipped it to the ref before we saw the match start. J.P. Lehman's been known to pay off opponents here. Now Mike Maughan just delivering big kicks to the sternum area. Goodness gracious. Johnny Ryda ain't going to be able to go back home to the backwoods after this match.
They are all over Ryda like a cheap suit.
You trying to say J.P. Lehman has a cheap suit on?
Well, at this time, no. But that does look like a Kmart tie.
That's a Ferragamo tie. $3,000, man. $3,000. Come on.
Yeah, I heard he paid for it with Klarna.
I don't even know what you're talking about here. As Mike Maughan is working over the leg of Johnny Ryda here. Ladies and gentlemen, what a main event we've got going on here for this week's episode of NAWA Championship Wrestling. You're not going to see this kind of action anywhere else. You join us every Saturday at noon for this type of wrestling excitement on YouTube and Facebook. Make sure you're following us on Twitter as well, as Adam James and J.P. Lehman are going toe-to-toe
there.
What's Adam James getting the Thomas Extreme in here?
Oh, there's the perfect flex.
And Thomas off the top with a frog splash.
This has got to be a 1, 2, and it's over, Michael.
J.P. Lehman on the losing end of this 6-man tag team main event match as Thomas Extreme, Johnny Ryda, and Adam James have walked out with the win. Tony, what an impressive victory here this week.
Unbelievable match. And Ryda and Thomas and Adam James victorious on this week's main event on NAWA Championship Wrestling.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. That's all the time we have. We'll see you right here next week